And now CCW News presents Holy Crap, This Is Actually Happening! Reimagined Edition, June 18, 2024. I'm Chuck U. Farley. The big news this week is that CNN has declared the United States is not a constitutional republic, and you're a tinfoil hat-wearing tyrannical insurrectionist if you believed otherwise. No. Really, I swear I am not making this up. LA City Council member Nithya Raman and her colorful crew of workers stepped over human feces, dirty needles, and illegal immigrants sleeping on the sidewalk so that they could take down homophobic U-turn signs. It's all about priorities, folks. Instead of going after the cowardly Uvalde police for not doing their jobs, or the morons who poorly did their jobs by propping the school's doors open, the victims' parents are suing FedEx and UPS for actually doing their jobs. The lawsuit claims the company shipped an enhanced trigger system that allowed the gunman to, quote, convert a firearm into a fully automatic or semi-automatic weapon, end quote. No, really, the suit has that exact wording, so I'll just leave this here. Now that grifting off your dead children has become fashionable, the Sandy Hook parents have forced Alex Jones, who had positively nothing to do with the shootings, to liquidate his entire life's work for the crime of engaging in his First Amendment rights. The ridiculous judgment, remember, for someone not in any way involved in the shootings, totals $1.5 billion. They are now trying to seize all of his social media accounts, which begs the question, why do they want to not only ruin, but totally silence the man who simply asked questions about what we all saw? Speaking of asking important questions, TV doctor Anthony Fauci, aka The Science, or to the rest of us, the Beagle Torturer, was called to testify at a House hearing on the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now that he's under oath and actually being questioned instead of worshipped, he finally admitted that he quite literally made everything up, from the origins of the virus he helped create, to masking children, to 6-foot distancing. It turns out that all of us with 3-digit IQs are not crazy conspiracy theorists after all. Of course, all mainstream media focused on how The Science was actually the victim of supposed threats to his family, rather than on the fact that he may be responsible for the deaths of millions. In an even more desperate and petty move than a diversity hire DA, New Jersey's Division of Alcoholic Beverage Control is going after Trump's golf course's liquor licenses. Apparently, there is a law prohibiting granting such licenses to, quote, any person who has been convicted of a crime involving moral turpitude and feel that the Frankenstein felony convictions for accounting entries meet this standard. Lack of moral turpitude. New Jersey. I swear, I am not making this up. Speaking of desperate, Biden's constant retelling of whoppers involving conductors, cannibals, and corn pop just aren't bringing in the youngsters like they used to. So his handlers have hired Steven Spielberg to reimagine his campaign. While most Americans are struggling to buy groceries, pay rent, and keep the lights on while fearing nuclear war and facing a full-on foreign invasion at the border, Spielberg's former DreamWorks business partner, Jeffrey Katzenberg, is now a chair of the Biden campaign. If anyone can create the fantasy that the cabbage in chief is both cognizant and continent, it's this team. This move may or may not be related to Biden's speech at the G7, where he basically told the entire world that we are out of munitions and can't help any other country start an endless war until we're done in Ukraine. No, I swear, I wish I were making this up. For CCW News, this has been Holy Crap, This Is Actually Happening! I'm Chuck U. Farley. Good night, and may God help us.